Ladies and gentlemen, Jeremy Lefebvre, has done it again. He has launched a new grift that I must expose and mock because it's been a while. I've been out for a week from my semi-permanent ban because I was a bad boy, and now I'm back. Welcome back to Strongman Personal Finance. So everybody knows that me and financial education Jeremy have a long-running feud. And the feud centers on the fact that Jeremy is a massive fraud. He massively underperforms the market, and he's one of the fakest investors on YouTube. And I've been calling that out for years. And Jeremy, while he is a not very intelligent person, he is a very crafty person. Like, think about like a snake in the jungle, right? Like a big old anaconda. Are they intelligent? Can they compose sonnets? Can they, discover the secrets of the universe? No. But can they be sneaky and surprise you? And eat you before you even know what's happening? Yeah, they're clever. They're sneaky. Jeremy is the snake, okay? He ain't that big of a brain. He's not an astrophysicist. But he will find a way to grift. He is a master at the grifter, my sifter. Now, recently, Jeremy has launched a new grift where he's providing software, or he's planning to. So let's go ahead and see what Jeremy has to say about this. And I'm going to review it. And obviously, it's going to be a positive review, right?
Expect, okay? So let's discuss this. Now, so this is 1000xstocks.com. This is my...
What does he name the website? Is it a 10x stocks? 100x stocks? 1000x stocks. How many 1000x stocks exist? Has any stock 1000x? I'm sure there have been a couple. But the fact that this clown, who has bought so many companies that have gone bankrupt, names his website 1000x stocks. That is a huge return. You think Jeremy's total return is 1000x? The fact that he names his website that is one of the most comical things I've ever seen. So before he even starts talking about it, let's see what he has here. So he's got this feature where you can compare stocks. Okay. There's nowhere else you could do that, right? Like your brokerage, or you could just Google it. So what does he have? Forward price to earnings ratio. I'm going on the left and down. Trailing 12-month PE, the PEG ratio, gross margin, net margin, and trailing 12 months price to sales ratio. These are all financial metrics. Some of them are valuation metrics. Some of them are profitability metrics. And then he has these comments on the right. Many stocks trade at 20 to 28. Many stocks trade at 1 to 1.5. Many stocks trade at 40 to 48%. So he's got these extremely simple metrics on the left. And then he's got these horrible comments that have no context whatsoever on the right side. And we can see that he's comparing three stocks: Tesla, Ford, and GM. Is this not one of the most gimmicky things you've ever seen? Think about this. If you wanted value, if you wanted to look up a stock's forward PE, would you pay for this? This thing is a piece of junk. I'm not even saying that because I don't like Jeremy. It's just an absolute piece of garbage. I mean, you can literally go to stockanalysis.com, look up Tesla, and you get an ungodly more amount of information. The market cap, the trailing revenue, the trailing net income, the shares outstanding, earnings per share, PE, forward PE. You can look at the financials, and you can look at their gross margin, their profit margin. You can look at all sorts of stuff, okay? And what the other problem here is, what is the gross margin? Is that for the last quarter, the last 2 quarters, the last year? What does this gross margin mean? What does the net margin mean? Now, I think it's the last quarter, because if you look, you can see right off the bat, this is a huge problem that I'm already identifying with this. There's no context to these numbers, okay? Besides the fact that he doesn't even explain where they come from. I'm assuming Tesla's on the left here out of all these. It's showing Tesla has a net margin of 31.5%, on a gross margin of 17.63%. Now, if you understand an income statement, gross margin comes before net margin. And if net margin's a lot higher than gross margin, some kind of special one-off thing probably happened, or the company has some kind of other crazy source of income that isn't from their primary product that they sell. But if you just saw this number, 31.5%, you would think that Tesla has an insane profit margin. Net margin on the bottom line. Is that the case? No. The reason Tesla had a 31.5% profit margin was because of a release of a valuation allowance against a deferred tax asset in the most recent quarter. What does that mean? Basically, Tesla said, oh, we think we're actually going to get this tax benefit that we didn't think we were going to get. And there was an accounting adjustment made, and it massively increased Tesla's profit margin on the GAAP accrual basis of accounting. One time. Tesla's net margin is not 31.5%. Okay? This provides no context whatsoever. But if you look at this, you're like, wow, Tesla's net margin's so much higher than Ford's and GM's, even though there's literally no explanation for it. This is horrible. But let's go ahead and give him a chance to talk.
My personal, very expensive tool I built over the past long bit of time here. Only I have access to this. But,
okay, so over a long period of time, he spent tons of money on this tool. This is not worthy of tons of money. Jeremy, I'm not saying this because I don't like you. This is a bad investment. This is a bad way to spend your money. And for you to think that you're going to turn this into a business that is different from all the other sources of stock information, you're a clown. Even Everything Money software is by far superior to this hot nuclear garbage. And here you are dumping all this money into it, just like you did with the Hungry Bowl. Another stock app that showed a bunch of news articles, basically. Wow, it's so original. You're such a businessman. See, this proves that Jeremy is not a businessman. He's good at scamming. He's good at grifting. He's good at selling lies. But when it comes to an actual legitimate business, this is a legit business in that if you want aggregated information, it gives it to you. It's horrible information. It doesn't give you a lot of context, and I think there's better sources, but at least there's somewhat legitimacy to this, okay, assuming the numbers are accurate. But the real way he makes money is from his grift enterprise, where he basically lies and says that if you listen to him, he's got some special knowledge and that you're going to build your wealth massively, which is a total freaking joke. Once again, he's blowing a ton of money on a project that is absolutely freaking worthless. This is so typical Jeremy Lefebvre.
In regards to this tool, I have a bunch of cool stuff you can do with it. And one of those is you can compare stocks side by side and kind of where those stocks are trading at on a massive amount of different metrics. And I just kind of screenshotted some of them here, right?
Oh, so I guess there's more metrics. Okay. There's nothing special about this. Absolutely not. It's completely misleading in all aspects. This is you should not make an investment decision based on this. If you did, you would get your butt clapped. Absolutely clapped. Let's see what other metrics he has. Oh, the peg ratio. The butt peg ratio. Okay, so he basically just shows a little bit. So we don't know. It seems like he has a lot more stuff, amazing stuff in this tool. But it's completely useless. And it has nothing special. So I went to the website. I don't know why this thing is here. 1000xstocks.com. Just the irony of it's crazy. 1000xstocks.com. The tool for investors looking for the loaf of bread and not just the bread crumbs. Yes, because that demonstration, Jeremy, I've never seen something like it. So we're going to go ahead and apply for member access. So, well, actually all my information's popping up here. So maybe I won't. We'll at least answer the questionnaire. How long have you been investing? 3+ years. So look at the options. It's like 0 to 1, 1 to 3, 3+. How long have you followed Jeremy? 3+ years. Do you currently use sophisticated? Oh, yes. Not as sophisticated as yours, Jeremy. You can compare 3 stocks and their peg ratio and their out of context net margin. Oh. No, I do not. I buy VT. Would you consider yourself beginner, intermediate, or would you consider yourself an advanced beginner or All right, let me read this again. Does this make sense to you? Hold on. Would you consider yourself beginner, intermediate, or would you consider yourself an advanced beginner or advanced investor? I don't understand this question. Is anybody else not understanding this question? Whatever. Intermediate, whatever. Income annually. Well, I'm poor, so $60K per year. Amount of dollars currently invested. Let's lie. I don't want him to be emailing me all the time. Probably if you put a higher number, he probably freaking emails you more. How much are you investing monthly? $4,000 a month. Are you a member of Jeremy's private group of super investors? Warren Buffett's in there. What's his freaking name? Charlie Munger, before he died, was in there. Michael Burry's in there. Bill Ackman. They're all in Jeremy's group. Let's see. Am I a member? No, I am not. Are you a member of Jeremy's Patreon? Heck no. Have you made profits investing in the past year? Actually, well, the market's been up, so I guess yes, I have. What is your desired annual percentage return for the coming years? At least 10%, at least 20%, or at least... I love that these are the three options. The historical return of the S&P 500, and I think this is before inflation, before you did discount for inflation, is roughly 10%, okay, over a certain historical window. That's basically the maximum, okay? That's the minimum on this survey. I don't want 10%. That's only the market return, and the market is just so easy to beat over long periods of time, bro. I don't want 10%. I want 20 or 30, so we're going to do 30. Are you only interested in 1000X tool or Jeremy's private group of super investors? Oh, so he's selling me on the group. Both. Why would you like access to 1000X stocks? Poo-poo. Okay, I can't submit this. I don't want to show like a bunch of private information up here if I type that stuff in. But this is the most stupid survey I've ever seen. So once again, Jeremy, it's basically a horrible, clownish ripoff of every other clown that's come before him. He provides a software that, of course, he's going to charge a good amount of money for. He's invested huge sums of money into, and it doesn't provide, at least on the surface, any value, and it's highly misleading. You cannot use this to make investment decisions, okay? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Cheers!